I grew up watching the Stratford Culletons and thought, you know, what a cool thing. And I actually had a walk-on tryout with the Culletons, and it lasted 2 practices. And Denny Flanagan Sr. pulled me aside and told me, Dan, there's going to be a career in hockey for you. It just won't be on the ice. So, and then from that point on, just enjoyed working behind the scenes, went to Wilfrid Laurier, and worked with the varsity team there and got the opportunity then eventually in the OHL. You know, one of the biggest things about hockey equipment is skate sharpening, and the evolution of that is, you know, it's changed so much over the years, and you just really got to stay up on it. My very first OHL game in North Bay, the excitement of being in the OHL lasted about 10 seconds from the dressing room to the bench side. Because when I got to the bench side, I had 5 guys that couldn't turn right, and another 5 guys had no edge at all. And Glenn Murkowski, who was the new head coach there, came out of the Red Wing organization, and I remember him sort of staring at me like, who did we just hire here? And then I went back to Sudbury and figured out then what the problem was, and you know, evolved from there. Through a neighbor in Stratford, I got a connection with Sam McMaster in Sudbury, and that's, you know, we got the job. Our firstborn son, Derek, was born in 1992 in November. So I go up, start a career up there, and every 2 weeks I'm leaving to come back down south, and Marianne had to stay up there. So if it wasn't for her, I'm not sure I would have got to this level, this many games. She's been a huge part of the support mechanism in order for me to support our players. Eternally indebted to her for her commitment to the game as well. Jeff Ward, who was a coach down here, he'd worked at the University of Waterloo and I was at Laurier, and so we knew each other quite well. But at that point, he was a coach here in Kitchener. So he called me in and around Christmas time in '94 and said they're looking to make a change and wondered if I knew of anybody. And I tried not to act too terribly excited, but I said, well, I would be interested in coming back home. So he said, well, all right, well, we'll certainly keep you in mind. Ironically, that year in the first round, Kitchener played Sudbury, and we had the better team in Sudbury, so we knocked them off in 5. And I remember, you know how you do the traditional handshake at the end of the series, and as we're going by, hey, good series. It was like, good series, okay, the job's yours if you want it, right there at center ice in Sudbury. And so September '95, I was planting roots here.